What's going on, guys? We're here at Welder Up, welding shit up. Got Jamie, got me, whole bunch of junk. Right on. All right, we're working on a tune on a 2005 Acura Rsx. It's got the full race turbo kit, ID 1000s, Walbro 255. We're gonna start our scanning process. What? Anyway, we're gonna start our scan process. We had a code P1361. I didn't show this, but to solve that, I had to flip the two cam sensors. No big deal. And as I'm scanning, I noticed a little loose fitting here. So I'm following that, gonna repair that. I made sure all the plugs were in the gate here. I'm following the blow-off valve hoses. We've got all the hoses down, kind of conjoining here to a boost solenoid. The one for the blow-off valve, though, I've got it's teed off of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change that to where we're on the source. But as I follow this line, follow me this way, you can see it comes down through here, dives down, comes up through here, and it's attached to the side of the intake manifold right here. Looks kind of right, no big deal, but when you further examine and look, if you can get in here, Shane, you can see this hole. There's a big hole in the hose. So we're gonna have to go ahead and repair that and fix that. And then I'll check the PCV system, make sure that's right, and that's all plumbed correctly. Alright guys, so what I ended up doing was I ended up tapping the cold side of the intercooler's pipe for the source for the boost solenoid. As you saw, I took this T here, I took out of the whole boost controller system. So this hose here ended up going to the blow-off valve, and then this one actually runs to the fuel pressure regulator, which is mounted underneath the motor. So what part of the issue was once this was all tapped into the boost controller, we're PWMing here, so we're actually releasing some of the pressure. Now releasing some of the pressure while it's tapped into the blow-off valve and the fuel pressure regulator is actually giving us weird dampening going to our blow-off valve and our fuel pressure regulator, which causes all kinds of weird fueling issues and boost issues. So clean that up, got that all solved, taking this to the source, to the cold side of the pipe. The reason you want to do that is if we're on the hot side of the pipe and we get pressure drop through the core, well then your boost can get kind of wavy, so that kind of solves that. So there we go, that's what we did. But yeah, this one's close, so I'm going to do the plugs in it, change those, check those, and then we'll start dynoing. What? So talking with my son, what did you find, Shane?
The clamp just, it doesn't clamp down
So
enough, so
sometimes these pinch clamps don't clamp quite tight enough because these aftermarket hoses or the silicone hoses are a little thinner, so they don't quite give you the bite that you would get. And as we touch it, we can spray coolant out of the hose. So let's see if I can show you right there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just put a worm clamp on that or something clean. So cool. All right, checking out here, Project Rsx here. Working on this tune-up. I noticed a melt in this plastic clip here. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I find a good spot. Okay, there. You can kind of see where the plastic is melted away. So we're gonna want to take a look at that and see what we got going on here. I see a dash 8 out, single relay trigger system deal thing going on here. So, all right, let's dive in and see what's going on with this pump. Alright, so look, we found there's a whole nother pump wired in down there, and wondering why he keeps blowing the fuse. Well, it's trying to probably trigger that pump as well. So even though there's no lines going to it, that pump was dead. So that pump is probably a major factor in the problem we're having here. So let me dive in here and keep chasing the issues out of it. And another little fact with this relay was, what they had done was they ran a power wire out of the fuse box to a 30 amp fuse, and then they ran this to both pumps. Now the 255 kind of sounded sick because of what the 044 that was in line previously was doing. Since that pump was burned up and locked up, it was actually like just causing a huge voltage draw. So it would blow a 30 amp fuse that was on all this. So being the 255 and on pump gas, I actually just took it back to factory wiring and got rid of the whole mess. I do suggest running relays with high powered stuff, but in this case it was more trouble than it was worth. And if we're gonna do it, I like to use straight power that'll come from alternator, so I got as much current as I can go, as I can have going to the pump, so I spin it a little harder. So yeah, this solved that problem, and yeah, really helped the car run a lot better. So all right, scanning it through again real quick, make sure all our stuff is good. Oh, we got a loose bolt here, so we're gonna go ahead and tighten that up. The plugs are ready to go in, and then we should be ready to run. It's my techno music right there. Yeah. What?
Yesterday when I was watching videos on how to take apart your motor, I was watching videos from this guy, and his channel's called the Diesel Stop or whatever, but he does a lot of fucking Cummins shit. And every time he did a time lapse, he put a truck in the background, like spooled up. It was so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was so good.
All right, guys. So that pull we just made 451. Not too bad. Pretty good. another interesting thing was this car with the dyno sauce. So I changed nothing between the blue pull and the red pull. All I did was add our dyno sauce, and you can see the difference. I pulled more mile an hour, and I got a better picture of what was going on than having the tire spin. So the last time you could see, it ended around 100 miles an hour, and we got to 110 the other way. So really worked out.
Yep.
So the quest for 500 horsepower on pump gas. Here we go. Let's try it.
So close.
My verdict.
492.
492. Oh. All right. Well, that's where we're leaving. Right on. Good drive.
Hold on. Kyle, this is what we gotta say back.
Boys, you're missing out.
That's what's up.